Hey everybody, it's Ben here from Dis Media Startup Story, and I wanted to put a video together around this new thing that I've been working on called Rostr Studio. And I took a couple tries doing this, and I have to say I just wasn't happy with the video. It just didn't seem very authentic. It didn't seem like me. So I'm just gonna riff here. I'm doing this completely unscripted. And whatever happens, happens. So if I mess up, sorry. One of the things that has plagued me as a podcaster, and I think if you're into podcasting, it's probably, a challenge for you as well. We have a lot of things we got to keep track of. People are reaching out to us. They want to be on the show. Maybe you're using some services like Podmatch and you're getting pitched by people all the time. So they're coming into your email. You got to check your Podmatch stuff. Usually what we do is try and, send them to some sort of form to fill out. That's just another data point. You got to go now, where does your form save? Does it save into your email? Does it save into a spreadsheet? Do you have a database that you're capturing? Are you moving that information from one place to another just so that you can manage it better? The other thing that was kind of disappointing to me when I started podcasting was, I thought, well, I'm going to put all this work in. It's going to be great. And then at some point I'm going to get monetized. Well, and this is the math that nobody really kind of explains to you, is that, monetization gets paid out on a CPM basis. And so what ends up happening is, in a month, if you get 1,000 downloads, then you can earn some sort of CPM. And it only ends up being like a couple bucks, right? And then whatever monetization platform you're using, you usually have to hit like sometimes as low as $20, but usually $50 or $100 before you can even access this money that you've earned, right? So what you end up doing is spending a lot of time, energy, and effort. Like, it's not just the recording and the editing. It's all of the prep work that you have to do before you do a show. It's all of the things you have to do after you do a show. This is where I ended up creating this thing, right? This is Rostr. So what is Rostr? Rostr is a system that solves all of those headaches, right? If you're a podcaster and you've been doing this for a while, you're probably familiar with this stuff. What Rostr does, it first of all gives you a calendar. I know some podcasters are using things like Calendly, or you have a calendar link that you use, and those things are good. This kind of works a little bit similar to that, but it also, it's that plus. Right. So a lot of things we're going to talk about today is going to be that plus, right? So what it does, it's everything from yes to live. It does the booking page, a place where people can pitch to be on the show, scheduling, and sets up guardrails against scheduling. So you can determine how many times you want to record, the hours and days that you want to record. You can set all of that stuff up, and then it runs. Monetization. That was something I talked about that a lot of people struggle with. There's a couple of ways that you can monetize your show. Number one, you can simply ask guests. Maybe you want to support my show. Like, I do marketing and branding for my show, and so any contributions I get from guests, I usually pour that into the marketing efforts of the show, because trying to make it bigger, trying to make it better. And all of that gets done through Stripe. So you connect your business banking account, recommend it's a business banking account. The platform never knows your banking information, never saves any of that stuff, nothing. What happens is your guest books an appointment, they pay for that, and it immediately goes into your Stripe account. You can take it out, that afternoon or the next day. Like, it posts there right away. Now, the only thing that does come out, there is a platform fee from Stripe. So you do have to pay that. And then there's a platform fee for Rostr. That's it. A good, little more than 80% of that money goes to you. And by the way, you can buy down that rate. So there are some subscription tiers, and each tier that you buy into, you actually keep more of your booking money. Along with this, you can set up ads. So if you want to do live reads on your show, or you reach out, you got people who want to run ads on your show, you can sell space on your pre-roll, your mid-roll, or your post-roll. It is something that you work out between you and your ad buyer, but totally doable within this system. And then you don't have to worry about CPMs. You're making that money directly from the people who are sponsoring your show. One of the things that often happens is somebody books a show, then you have to send them the recording link. There are options within here that if you're using Zoom or Google Meet, it will automatically fill in a brand new recording link for each guest. And that's it. Once they book, they automatically get that link. I happen to use Descript, so I have to kind of go back and manually put the link in somewhere, but then it automatically gets updated into the Google Invite and the calendar because I have mine integrated with Google. And by the way, it integrates with both Google and Microsoft Outlook. So if you're using either of those calendaring systems, this tool will make sure that all of those are updated. And then if you use something outside of that, there is an iCal ability for this as well. Aside from that, we've got a release engine powered by your specifications. My release schedule, for example, is every 3 days. You set it up to do that, and it will, on your show page, inform people of when their episode is going to get released. And that's based on when it was recorded, the available slots, what you have in the pipeline. It does all of that math for you. No more trying to go figure all that stuff out. What I've really tried to do here is also turbo power some of the things we have to do to get a show prepped, along with the information that your guest fills out, right? They're telling you their name, their email address, their social media links, all of that stuff. So I've built some AI tools in here that will take that intake form, go out and do some added research on your guest and pull all of that information in so you don't have to go figure all that stuff out. Then in addition to that, what it'll do is it'll create for you an introduction saying, here's the guest, here's who they are, and provide you some questions to ask them, and then maybe some qualifying things there at the end. But all of that show prep before you actually sit down and interview your guest, all done for you now. And then afterwards, what it'll do is it'll take the transcript, and this is what this part is explaining here. It'll take the transcript and then find the keywords that are used in the transcript to help you do a little bit of SEO. It'll also create for you a blog post so that all of that kind of post show notes, blog posting, social media kind of stuff that you need to make everybody aware that the episode is out there, it helps you out with that as well. And this is kind of what it looks like. I put in here about how many days it is to a release. One of the things that I sometimes get asked by people is like, when is this going to air? The answer is right there on the homepage, right? So right now, if somebody records, according to this screenshot, got about 33 days from recording to when it actually gets released. And depending upon my guest pipeline, like the number of people who have signed up for the show, that can be longer or shorter. So it just kind of depends where things are at, but it stays up to date. And then, how many episodes in, upcoming episodes, it lists all that stuff out there. Your whole show at a glance. Got a dashboard that helps you understand who's upcoming with the show. It's got a kind of a Kanban board that helps you kind of understand who's in the pipeline, who's been recorded, who do you have editing, what's been released. You can see all of that there. Again, this is the area where you can pitch let me zoom in on this a little bit. Pitch a guest. See if they're willing to pay to support your show. And you can build that in there. Over here on this side, the ad spots. Again, the ad marketplace is a little bit new. Right now, I'm trying to onboard shows. So the more people we have, the more shows we have, the more ad buyers we're going to attract. So all of that. And then here are the pricing tiers. I didn't mention this, but here's the cool part. All of this, absolutely free. Everything that I've mentioned so far, absolutely free. The AI stuff is actually part of the pro tier, but something that I'm doing right now is that if you're interested in using Rostr, the first 100 people who do sign up and start using the platform for their show, you're going to get pro absolutely free forever. There are some things I have on the horizon. There is an additional growth plan. And as I mentioned, each of these plans lowers the platform fee, right? So a guest placement right now, 15% of that is a platform fee. So if somebody decides to support your show, 15% of that goes to supporting Rostr, and then there is a transaction fee from Stripe. On the Pro plan, you actually keep more of that, right? So it goes down by 2%. So my first 100 users you're actually going to have a platform fee of 12%, and an ad placement fee goes from 20% down to 15. So if you do ads and you're using that side of the platform to place ads, that's a 15%. And then at the highest tier, at the growth tier, 10% for guest support, things like that, and 10% also on the ads. So if you're brand new, you're just starting out, I say use the free stuff. If you've proven that you can make a little bit of money at this stuff, you like Rostr, you think it's helping your show and it's helping you save time, energy, and effort, and that's the goal of this whole thing, then do the higher plans and keep more of that money. And within the first couple bookings or ads you have, it's paid for. Like, it pays itself back. And a sign up, because I'd love for you guys to sign up and check it out. That's it, gang. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Hope you like it. Most importantly, I hope you use it. So if you got a show out there, if you're doing a podcast, if you're interested in using Rostr, reach out. Got my information in the description here. I'm looking for testers. Would love the first 100 people who come in. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys not only Pro for life for free, but also those other things that I'm going to be rolling out. One of them is you're going to be able to plug in all of your social media accounts here. So you'll be able to do your social media posting directly from this platform, but it will also help you create your social media calendar as well. That's a big integration. Again, I need users, I need revenue to be able to build that out. But my goal is to really make this thing something very useful for podcasters, for the podcast community. And if you're one of the first 100 users and you're in here, you're actively using it, not only will you get access to everything that I mentioned, all the free stuff, but you'll get really deep discounts on those new features that I have yet to roll out yet. And those discounts are going to be, no one else will ever see those discounts. So if this sounds like something you'd love to use, reach out, jump on board. Would love to see it. All right, gang. Thanks much. Thanks for checking this out. Thanks for hanging in there with me. But this was the most authentic way I could think of doing this. I might put out the other video just so you guys can kind of, chuckle at the contrast between me just doing this and trying to be scripted. Anyway, all right. Thanks for checking this out. Hope you enjoyed it, and catch you next time. All right. Have a good one.